السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Today we're looking at um, النحو التطبيقي in in this very useful, well-written piece. Um, we're looking at the chapter, the subchapter number 2, ثانيا العلم. We we're looking at نكرات, definite nouns, and we've looked at ضمائر. So today we're looking at العلم. العلم. علم is what the English people will call proper name, or if you will, proper noun. So alam is a proper noun. And this is differentiated from ismul jins. Ismul jins, which is what? Common noun or common names. So al-alamu, at-ta'rif, definition, is ismun yu'ayyinu musammahu ta'yinan mutlaqa. What does it mean? Yu'ayyinu. So it's a noun or it's a name, right? Used to designate. It is used to designate, right? It is used to designate. It is used to absolutely designate. That is the mutlaqan. And then this is basically like to designate absolutely the same thing. But in Arabic, sometimes they throw two verbs or adjectives together to mean the same thing, but the other one strengthens the other. So this one is a ta'yin. That's maf'ul mutlaq. And then he used mutlaqan again. Okay. A name used to designate a named musammahu, a name object or a person. Well, right? Object or a person, or let's say a place, a person, or a thing. A name used to designate absolutely a person, a place, to designate a name, placed person, or a thing. So let's refine the definition. So alamun is used to absolutely designate a named person, a place, a title, or alias, or a thing. So that's what we call alamun. Ismun yu'ayyinu. It designates musammahu, the name, what it's named, what it is its name, what it is designating. Ta'yinan mutlaqan, absolute designation. So by being absolute in designation, al-alamu doesn't refer to anything but what we are designating. So that is the ta'rif al-alamu. So basically, alamun is what? التعيين التعيين مطلق, right? تعيين مطلق is absolute designation of a person, a place, right? Or a title. That is ta'yin. And then musammahu, what you name is the musamma. It's from the word samma. Samma yusammik. Musammin, musamma. So nahu, what's the example? Muhammadun. Muhammadun is alam. It's a proper name. Fatimatu is alam. Makkatu is alam. Abu Bakr is alam. And then Al-Faruq is alam. So this is alam proper name for what? For a person. And this person is male. And then Fatimatu is alamun, proper name. But it's what? A female. That's feminine. And then Makkata, a place. And then Abu Bakr is a title. Farouk is a title. Later on, we're going to look at what kind of title is it. So they all fall under nicknames. Nicknames. But there are so many kinds of nicknames. You can have nom de guerre, as they say, nom de guerre. And then you can have nom de plume and all of them. And then you can have the epithet, and then you can have um, alias or alias, some people say alias. You can have nicknames, you can have sobriquet. We're going to look at all of them when we get there, inshallah. Right? So these are all alamun. These are all alamun. So you can see that this is a person, Muhammadun, Fatimatu. This is a person, right? This is a person, this is a person. Makkah, this is a place. And then Abu Bakr is a title. And then Farouk is a title name. So this is a title name, and this is also a title name. So all of them are put together is alamun. So alam is a designation of a person, a place, or a title, if you will. اسم يعين مسماه تعيينا مطلقا. Now, there are so many categories of alamun. Not so many really, but in Arabic, there are three. We have three kinds of alamun. We have ismun, and then number two, we have laqabun. And then have number three, we have kunya. Kunya. So taqsimul alam, division or types or categories of alam, proper name. ينقسم العلم باعتبار معناه. Alam is divided by considering the meaning or its denotation into ila ismun, ila ismin, laqabin, number two, right? الأول اسم والثاني لقب والثالث كنية. So remember that sin la sin laqa salaqa sa la salaka. So that is the what do you call it? Mnemonic. It's a mnemonic for Taqsim al-alam. Taqsim al-alam. Salaka. Salaka. Remember that. If you want to remember Taqsim al-alam, say salaka. And then the word salaka in Arabic, you know it. Salaka. Salaka. If you don't know, I can tell you. So, salaka is to go along or to travel along. Man salaka طريقا يلتمس به علما, like Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, salaka. So what is the division of salaka? Sin لاسم, and then lam للقب, and then kaf لكنية. Remember that. salaka. تقسيم العلم سلكة. تقسيم العلم سلكة. اسم, لقب, وكنية. And what is ism? A name. Ism is a name. Ismun is a name. But when you are looking at it from grammatical perspective, it's a noun. But literally, when we say ismun, a name, what is ismun, a name? Alamun, ism is a proper name or proper noun. Yusamma bihi shakhs, that is used to name or designate a person. Shakhs, a person. Inda wiladatihi, right? In his birth, or during his birth, or at birth, or after birth. So the name that you are giving after you are born, or you've been born, or you were born, is alamun. But what kind of alamun is it? It's ismun, al-ism, al-ism. So alamun yusamma bihi shakhsu inda wiladatihi. Nahu, example, Muhammadun, Aliyun, Fatimatu, Zainabu. Right? Muhammadun, Aliyun, Fatimatu, Zainabu. So these are names. And your name is alamun. What forms of first form of alam is a name. And then we have laqab. Laqab. We have laqabu. Laqabu is alamun. It's a form of alam. Yush'iru bil madhi. It is used to express madh, praise. Al musamma, named. Aw dhammihi, or for blame. So laqab, basically it is either a praise name, or a blame name. A praise name or a blame name, or mockery name. Mockery, name to mock you about something bad or something stupid that you did. So al-alam yush'iru bil madhi. Alam is used to express or to express the feeling of madhi, the praise of the name, the name, the named person, to express the praise of the named person, الشخص المسمى, أو ذمه, or his what? His blame or criticism or chastisement. We're trying to chastise him. So from this angle, أو من هذه زاوية, we can say علم in the category of لقب has two types. We have المدح, اللقب المدحي, لقب المدحي, and then we have لقب الذم, right? لقب that is used to do madhi, or laqab that is used to praise. But in English, the laqab can be sobriquet, or it can be moniker. It can be moniker. Or sometimes it can be, as I said, laqab can be nom de guerre. Or it can simply be the alias. So sobriquet, moniker, nom de guerre, alias is laqab. Is laqab. And remember, laqab is either used to express al-madh or with them. It's used to express blame or praise. So this is type 1, type 2. Al-madhi, nahu, siddiq, al-faruq, al-rashidu, sayfullah, asadullah. You see, these are all praiseworthy names. That's type 1. So type 1 of laqab are praiseworthy names. As-Siddiq, Al-Faruq, Al-Rashid, As-Sayfullah, the sword of Allah, Asadullah, the lion of Allah, and it can go on. As long as it indicates yani, praise, or it expresses praiseworthiness. It expresses praiseworthiness, and it is laqab. And what kind of laqab? Laqab al-madhi. Laqab al-madhi. However, when the laqab is used to express or to indicate or to import them, when we say dhamun, al-dhammu means blame, al-madh, praise, basically. Then like safahu, bloodthirsty. If somebody is bloodthirsty, he's safah, bloodthirsty. He's bloodthirsty. It's not a good thing, right? So it's a them. Or al-khutay'atu. Al-khutay'a is somebody with like what do we like a pygmy, or they call the person peewee. 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 Who is a peewee? So it's not a good thing. If you are a kiwi, it's not a good thing. Khutay'a. And then we have jahid. The jahid is like somebody with a googled eye, or he has a pop eye. It's like he has big pop eye. He's jahid. And then we have al-mutanabbi. Al-mutanabbi. Al-mutanabbi can mean like tanabba, but it's so negative. Would be prophet. would be prophet. You would think it's praiseworthy, but in Arabic it's not. It's like them saying you are a false prophet. You are a would be, but you will never be. That's what they are trying to say. You are a would be prophet, but you will never be. You are the mutanabi. So that is laqab. Again, laqab two types. Al-awwal wa-thani. The awwal is for madhu, al-madhu, and the other one is for a adhamu, praise and blame. Al-Siddiq, Farouk, Rashid, Saifullah, Asadullah. And then the dham is Safah, Al-Hutay'ah, Jahiz, and Al-Mutanabbi. That is the laqab. And then we have kunya, another form of, the third form of alam, kunya. Kunya, they tend to be mutarakkab. Kunya tend to be mutarakkabun. Mutarakkabun means a combo or combination. So that is some of the things that you can use to differentiate between laqabun and kunya. Always remember that kunya is murakkab, right? But the form of murakkab is tarqiban idafiyan, right? It's appendage combination. Appendage combination. And that's what we mean by tarqiban idafiyan. Or basically in your Arabic grammar, mudaf ilayh. So kunya tend to be like that. But the sadr, right? The core source, right? The core source of the idaf is from abun or ummun. So most of the time, these are the core sources. It's either abun or ummun. They become the tarkiban idafiyan. And that is to say, kuniyat or kuniyat, they tend to have like abu or So any name, any proper noun, right, or any proper name that has abu or is considered what? Kunya. And that can differentiate it from laqab. And laqab is more title-like, right? It's a title name. It can be nom de guerre or it can be sobriquet. Now, look at Abu Bakrin. You see, Abu, that is the sadr, the heart of laqab, the heart of kunya, right? The heart of kunya is what? Abu or Abu Bakr. So if somebody is called Abu Bakr, then you can know right away that Abu Bakr is kunya. It's not laqab. Abu Hafs, Abu Walid, Amrin, Zayd, Kulthum. So you see the sadr. This is the sadrun. This is the sadrun, the core or the heart. And this is the core. And this is the core. This is the core. So every kunya must have a core. And the core is either abun or ummun. So if a proper noun doesn't have abun or ummun, then it's not kunya, then it's going to be what? Laqab. Or it's just going to be a name. Like Bakr. People are called Bakrun. Bakr. That's his name. So this one becomes what? Ismun. But if it has Abu Bakrun, then it becomes what? Kunya. But there are some people now in the world, they are called Abu Bakr. That is their name. So it becomes Ismun. right? If you are named Abu Bakr after birth or during birth or before birth, some parents pick the name before the child is born. So, and they want to call you Abu Bakr, then it becomes your name. But the person who was called Abu Bakr, but he has a different name, the companion of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, then Abu Bakr is his kunya. And like I said, every kunya must have a core source, the sadr. Remember, sadrun is what? Heart, the heart. And the plural is what? Sudur. Sudur. But when we say sadr too, we can mean the source, or we're trying to imply source. But the core source of kunya is for it to have tarkib idafiyan. Abu is mudaf, Bakrin is mudaf ilayh. So what is the idafa? The idafa is the Abu, right? So this is what we call tarkib, combination, right? Combination, appendage combination, appendage combination. So you are appending, you are attaching two words together. Abu plus Bakrin, Abu plus Hafsin, Abu plus Al-Walid, Ummu plus Amrin, and then Ummu plus Zaidin, and then Ummun plus Kulthun. When you're able to do that, then you have what we called kunya. And then we have laqabun. Now, look at this ayah, for instance, Allah saying, Muhammadun Rasulullah. Muhammadun Rasulullah. See, this is ismun, right? And this is what? Rasulullah is what? Think about it. Do you put it under laqab or you put it under kunya? If it is kunya, does it have a source, a core source of abun or umun? No. So therefore, this is laqabun. And then Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam have a kunya, Abu Qasim. There you go. Now, in the Quran, Allah has never used the kunya of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but He has used the laqab and the ism. He calls him Rasulullah. And sometimes He calls him Ya ayyuhan Nabi. See, An-Nabi is what? It's laqab. And most of the time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls Nabi, he doesn't, Allah has never addressed him Muhammad. He addressed him with laqab. He addressed him with what? Laqab. He doesn't address him with ism as a respect to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ya ayyuhan Nabi. And then he says, Ya ayyuhan Rasul. He calls him by laqab. Allah doesn't call him by name. Anytime he mentions Muhammadun, he's talking to people. Like ma kana Muhammadun aba ahadin min rijalikum. Muhammadur Rasulullah. He's mentioning him to other people, not addressing him directly. So calling people with their laqab is one of the topmost respect that you can ever give to a person. So let's look at the tanbihat, the nota bene, tanbihani, two nota bene. Who knows what we need to know? Number one, كل نوع من الأنواع الثلاثة السابقة علم. He's saying that all the three categories that we have talked about earlier, they are all alamun. Why? يُعَيَّنُ مُسَمَّاهُ تَعْيِينًا مُطْلَقًا. Because it designates, right, the named person or a thing or a place, تعيينا مطلقا, absolute designation. That's first number one. That's number one. Number two, الفرق بين اللقب والنعت. You have to know the difference between laqabu and na'at. Na'at, remember, is an adjective. So you need to know the difference between laqabun and na'at. Anna laqaba alamun. Laqab is what? It's alamun. It's a proper name. Okay. يؤين مسماه تعيينا مطلقا. It designates the named person or object, absolute designation. ويشعر, and it's used to express the feeling of BA madhin, praise. It's used to express the feeling of praise. أو or zamin, blame. So al-laqab, like I said, is either praiseworthy name or blameworthy name. إما النعت, as for na'at, فليس alaman. It is not alam. ولم يوضع ليعين المسمى. It is not put in place. It is not used to designate the name, but rather to what? To tell us about the person's quality, like Karimun. So let's look at the footnote. The writer has footnote for us. Footnote 1, what is he saying? Okay, he's saying that وَمِنَ الْفُرُوقِ, he's adding more. وَمِنَ الْفُرُوقِ, furuq, the differences. Among the differences, أيضا also, أن النعت لا يكون إلا مشتقا. See, na'at is a derivative. Na'at is a what? It's a derivative. It's a derivative now. You derive it. أو مؤولا بالمشتق, or it's interpretative or interpretive. Interpretive بالمشتق, from the derivative now. Right? For instance, Karimun. So when you say Rajulun Karimun, then the Karim is Na'at, and then the Rajul is Man'ut. And where Karim is derivative, right? It's a derivative or it's a mushtaq. And this is a sifatul mushabbaha. And it's from what? Karuma. Karuma. There we go. So Karim comes from or is derived from Karuma. So it's a mushtaq. Does it make sense? But laqab is not. The laqab is not. وَاللَّقَبُ لَا يُشْتَرَطُ فِيهِ هَذَا. He's saying that laqab is not required to go under this condition. وَأَنَّ اللَّقَبَ لَا يَكُونَ إِلَّا مَعْرِفَةً. Very, very important. I like this point. You need to underline it. اللَّقَبُ لَا يَكُونُ إِلَّا مَعْرِفَةً. Laqab is always indefinite now. Sorry, indefinite now. It's ma'rifah. لأنه علم, right? Because it's alamun. Remember, we are still analyzing nakira wal ma'rifah. So, laqab is always ma'rifah. Does it make sense? Because it is alamun. أما النعت, as for na'at, فيكون معرفة ويكون النكرة على حسب المنعوت. That is very important. That is very important. When you come to na'at can be ma'rifah. For instance, if I say rajulun karimun, right? Rajulun karimun. You see that the rajul is nakira, right? The rajul is nakira. So therefore the kareem is also what? Nakira. That's what the writer is saying here. ويكون النكرة على حسب المنعوت. The man'ut, what's the man'ut? The man'ut is rajulun. Man'ut is the rajulun. And the na'at is the kareemun. So if the man'ut is nakira, then the na'at must also be nakira. Now, what about if the rajul is ma'rifah? Al-rajulu, if I say al-rajulu, then I have to say al-kareem. Al-rajulu al-kareemu. So the man'ut is ma'rifah. So therefore, the na'at must also be what? Ma'rifah. The man'ut is rajul, and then the na'at is kareemun. So you can see that when it comes to na'at, the na'at can be ma'rifah and sometimes it can be nakira. على حسب المنعوت, in accordance, in conformity with the man'ut. So na'at can be nakira or ma'rifah based, right? La hasbi, based on the what? The man'ut. And man'ut is basically the noun. It's like noun and adjective in Arabic. You know, in Arabic, we have noun, adjective, what? Agreement. The noun and the adjective, they must always agree. And the agreement is stimulated by the what? The noun in Arabic. So if the noun is masculine, the adjective is masculine. If the noun is feminine, the adjective is feminine. If the noun is dual, the adjective is dual. If the noun is definite, the adjective is definite. If the noun is indefinite, nakirah, then the adjective is also nakirah. But when it comes to lakav, it doesn't work that way. So lakav is lakav. It stays the same. It's not influenced by the noun. Does it make sense? For instance, if you write Abu Bakr, then you have to say As-Siddiq. Abu Bakr As-Siddiq. That's it. So you see that As-Siddiq takes alif or lam, but Abu Bakr doesn't have any alif or lam anywhere. So there's no influence here. So we are dealing with laqab. We are dealing with laqab as-Siddiq. So nakra la yakunu, la laqabu la yakunu illa al-ma'rifah. But Abu Bakr is what? Is kunya, right? But as-Siddiq is ma'rifah. So that is what we mean. So if you look at all the ma'rifat that we have discussed, they are all, the laqab that we've discussed, they are all ma'rifah. Let's go back here. Look at laqabun. Examples. Look. As-Siddiq, ma'rifah. Al-Faruq, ma'rifah. Al-Rashid, ma'rifah. Sayfullah, ma'rifah. Al-Asadu, ma'rifah. That's what we call ma'ruf bil-idafa. So these are all ma'rifat, definite nouns. But when you're looking at it from Na'at's perspective, then a Na'at can be nakira or ma'rifa ala hasbi madha al-man'ut. And that is what the writer is trying to say. It's very, very important for us to know that. So we're going to end here. The next time we meet, we're going to look at at-tartibu bayna al-ismi wal-laqabu wa kunya. At-tartib, the arrangement. Let's say laqab has met, let's say, kunya. Okay. How are you going to arrange it? Are you gonna say the laqab first and kunya last, or vice versa? That is what we are going to look at, inshallah, in our subsequent dars. Thank you for your time. Dumtum bi khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.